Hello everybody, Captain Marty Brill here. Tuesday, September the 23rd. The wind breezed back up yesterday, put a damper on some fishing, especially in the ocean. But I'll bring you up to date and tell you what is going on when I come back in just a moment.
It's the 6th annual Harborween at Wanchese Marina on Saturday, October 25th from 4 to 7 p.m. Gather your ghouls and goblins for a frightfully fun evening filled with haunted thrills and spooky delights. Ride the mechanical bull, brave the obstacle course, bounce aboard the pirate ship, or enjoy all the tasty treats. With trick-or-treating on the docks, face painting, and a petting zoo, it's Halloween magic for all ages. For more, find them on Facebook. Just search Wanchese Harborween. Surrounded by water, Currituck and the people of the Outer Banks have been shaped and defined by its rich and coastal maritime history. The Currituck Maritime Museum tells the story of Currituck's boat-building forefathers, their remarkable craft, and the legacy they left behind on how to live life and thrive on the waters of the Outer Banks. Discover the Maritime Museum in historic Corolla Park, across the street from the Currituck Beach Lighthouse, and visit us online at currituckmaritimemuseum.com. Be a part of the local history at the Currituck Maritime Museum.
The only offshore report I got was, I think maybe Ron Whitaker, maybe one boat snuck out of Hatteras today, and it was yesterday rather, and it was very, very slow fishing. A few dolphin, a few blackfin tuna, and none of the activity we had a really good sailfish bite going on all the way down to Morehead City and back. But that is that's old news now. Although I do think the boats got out today, and maybe they'll get back onto something down that way. Oregon Inlet Fleet completely blown out yesterday. They also had some good bill fishing. There was some more white marlin fishing, and they were getting some blackfin tuna, scattered yellowfin tuna and mahi. But again, I think I talked to Dickie Harris last night on the Fantastic as he's actually winding down his whole fishing career on the Fantastic. He will be stepping off over November 1st. The boat will be sold and he will retire, but he will also refire, as Cap Momi Tillett used to always say. And he'll do some filling in for some of the captains, and like most of us retired people, he'll be looking for some odd jobs to do. Dickie's a really talented fisherman, been doing it a long time, got a great pedigree, and he could probably fish as much as he wants because a lot of the guys would love to have a captain with his experience there to fill in when they needed to go to the doctor, or their wife's having a baby, or whatever it might be. Maybe deer season, other important things. Pier and surf fishing, a little bit on the slower side too. They're still catching drum everywhere. Most of the piers, that's not news. We know about the big drum on the piers. Not as many big drum at Cape Point, but Rodanthe Pier had a nice mix yesterday in 70-degree water. They had, listen to the species, nice mix of drum, red drum, pompano, croakers, sea mullet, black drum, spot, and bluefish. So this is the kind of fishing that's fun for family fishing. The drum stuff is more expert class. So anyway, we did see that on quite a few piers, a lot more of those smaller species. It's the time of the year when we really like to do that kind of fishing. But the drum bite is still on with 46, 47-inch drum and some yearlings, which would be a little bit smaller as well. So you got that going on in the surf, a little bit of a mix. When it gets rough, though, it's just tough to hold bottom. Stuff gets stirred up a lot, but they are catching a little bit of everything. Occasionally a puppy drum or a black drum, a few sea mullet. We're still seeing these pompano. Some of that pompano fishing has actually been pretty darn good, especially down on Hatteras Island. So it might be something you want to gear up for. There's certain things that they absolutely love. What I have not heard much about over the last few days is the Spanish mackerel, which were biting really good last week. But we'll see what happens. We'll take a little break, and I'll come back and talk to you about what's going on in the backcountry.
When it comes to general maintenance or major modifications on your diesel vehicle, look no further than Wanchese Off-Road Diesel Performance in Kill Devil Hills. Master mechanic Ryan Walker developed the plan for having his own auto shop over 20 years ago, and today he owns the premium diesel performance powerhouse of the Outer Banks. To have him and his crew take a look under your hood, give him a call today at 252-715-0025 or find him on social media. Wanchese Off-Road Diesel Performance, the diesel performance powerhouse of the Outer Banks.
So in the backcountry, it's a pretty good bite of speckled trout, and it seems like the drum bite has slowed down a lot, and they've gotten a little bit smaller. Now, I know I had Gray Davis was out on the Englehard side, and he had a really nice limit of speckled trout for his group at Hyde Guides. And then the Hatteras boats, I keep reporting on them from the opposite side of the Pamlico Sound. The backcountry boats down there are doing really well on speckled trout, bluefish, and slot-sized drum. You can keep one per person. Not seeing a whole lot of big drum there, but the big drum are still out there, but it's more of a nighttime fishery. Anyway, but it's pretty good, varied fishing. Bluefish, speckled trout, slot-sized puppy drum. And then if you want to spend some time doing it, there's plenty of sheephead around to be caught as well. So that is pretty much our fishing report for today. Keep in mind that Saturday, this coming Saturday, is the opening of Youth Day for whitetail deer season. And I know some folks that'll be doing that. Really, really excited for them. Hopefully they'll have some good luck. I haven't looked at the weather yet to see if it's going to cool off at all, but that will kick off this coming Saturday. Then the following week is the start of the 2-week black powder or muzzleloader season, my favorite time of the year, and we are getting back into hunting season. So you guys can drink your pumpkin lattes and eat your pumpkin spice. I'm going to go out in the woods and look for some surf and turf. Anyway, that's my fishing report for you on this Tuesday morning. I hope that you got out and wet a line. If you got questions, go to your local tackle shops. If you didn't come prepared with a rod and reel, but it looks interesting to you, just keep in mind you can get rigged up with something you can take back to Ohio with you, a surf combo and all the tackle you need for $50 at your local tackle shops or on your piers, or you can rent tackle on the piers if you like. That's another thing you can do. So no excuses. Go fishing, go wet a line. You're not going to catch them in the motel room. Have a great day, and may the good Lord bless you.